What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within, and today we are talking about the 20th anniversary event, also known as patch 11.0.5. This entire patch will basically be in the anniversary event and the activities we have access to with that event, so we have a lot of content to do until patch 11.1 actually comes out. And today we have the release date for that event, and we have a lot of more knowledge about what's going to be available at the start and what's going to gradually unlock throughout the timeline of the event itself. So let's go to the Wowhead article about this event and take a look at what's coming. So patch 11.0.55 20th anniversary celebration release date is October 22nd. So October 22nd we can start playing with this event, which is only 2 weeks away from now. Now I'm going to be guessing it's going to be October 22nd for North America and the 23rd for EU, just because that lines up with the weekly reset. So Tuesday, for example, weekly maintenance, and then we have the event on NA, and then Wednesday, event on EU. We could have a global release, but I mean, usually we have it with the weekly maintenance, right? So 22nd or 23rd. That being said, it's in 2 weeks from now, so it's like really close. And one thing I want to point out really quickly is that the upcoming week, well, starting today on North America or tomorrow for Europe, basically this week that we're in right now, or the one starting tomorrow, we have a time walking event happening again. This time it's the Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King, you can do Wrath dungeons and Wrath raids, and these will give you time walking badges. Now with these badges you can buy certain rewards during the 20th anniversary event, and there's not going to be any more time walking until in the middle of the event. So this will be the final time you can prepare yourself for the event ahead of time. And time walking is good to get gear and gold and other things as well, reputation for example, so you have a lot of reasons to do time walking this week, but that's another reason right there. You can prepare yourself for the actual anniversary event ahead of time. Now, back to the post, let's take a look at exactly what's coming, and when it's coming out. So scrolling down here, join the 20th anniversary celebration near the Caverns of Time. That is where everything's gonna happen. You have Caverns of Time, you basically are in Tanaris, the entire Tanaris zone, but your weekly hub, or daily hub, the quest hub basically, and your city kind of, is going to be in the Caverns of Time. Now you will have world bosses throughout the entirety of Tanaris, so the entire zone will be relevant. Now with this patch, as you can see in the opening line here, we will get new classes for Drakthir, so you can now be a Drakthir hunter, rogue, priest, mage, warrior, or even warlock, ascend with a new shaman ascendance form, and even more. So shamans are getting updated looks for their ascendance, which to be honest is about time. They were not the best visuals when they launched with the War Within, but they're looking much better this time. And Drakthir having new classes, I'm not honestly too sure how to feel. Like, to me, I can't see them being anything else than evokers, but hey, if you want to play a Drakthir Warlock, feel free. It's never going to be my cup of tea, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be some Drakthir Warlocks out there, and potentially they have some good racials, I have no idea. Either way, celebrate World of Warcraft's 20th anniversary. 20 years, huh? So when is going to be October 22nd until January 6th. So we have a start time, and we have an end time. So that kind of tells you a little bit about when patch 11.1 will be out, because this anniversary event is supposed to be the entire patch. Patch 11.0.5 is based on the event, so having an end date to that kind of indicates 11.1 being around this time right here, and where is outside the Caverns of Time in Tanaris. Now, some quick facts about this anniversary event as well. Here is what you can look forward to during the 20th anniversary celebration. Number 1, earn and spend a new currency, bronze celebration tokens, to spend on new items for your collection. You can engage in the Blackrock Depths raid dungeon. I mean, I guess it's a dungeon, but it's kind of a raid at the same time, so yeah. Having done this, or having tested this out on the PTR, by the way, this is looking really cool. It's basically in the old classic version of Blackrock Depths, but with retail mechanics. So it's not going to be in the Blackrock Depths you are used to if you play classic WoW. It's going to be far from it, to be fair, but it's a good crossover between retail and classic. I feel like they're kind of trying to get some classic players to join retail here, and they're throwing you some content you are familiar with, aka classic dungeons, Blackrock Depths in this case. Dude, my cat! So like I was saying, if you're coming from Classic WoW into retail, you will kind of be a little bit familiar with this dungeon, but they're throwing a lot of retail mechanics, so it will be a crossover between Classic and retail in the same dungeon. Next up, we have collecting iconic tier 2 transmog appearance set, and I'm just going to tell you, if you want multiple of these sets, you will have to put in some work. They cost you 60, at least last time I checked, of the new currency, so 60 bronze celebration tokens, and to give you an idea of how difficult or time consuming they will be to get, weekly quests, or daily quests, seems to give you 3, so you would have to do 20 dailies. And you have the Cas Oligar activities, they give you 1. Like, for example, doing the Radiant Theatre event, or whatever, the theatre event in Isle of Dorn gives you 1. Every weekly activity in Cas Oligar gives you 1. Daily quests in the Caverns of Time gives you 2 and 3. So it will take some time, so if you want to have more than just one set, you will have to grind a little bit, or do the dailies on multiple characters. Just to talk more about that for a quick second here you have a list from Wowhead talking about this token as well, and how to obtain this, at least a couple of ways to obtain this. So for one-time sources we have the following: the first completion of the anniversary intro quest gives you 4, and the first completion of the Blackrock Depths quest gives you 5, so you will then start with 9 of them. Apart from that, completing the daily anniversary quest, Celebrate Good Fun, grants you 3 every single day, so that is the daily anniversary quest, that is 1 daily. Apart from that, completing weekly events in Castle Gar grants 1 each, such as the weekly chore activities such as special assignments, theatre troupe, awakening the machine, wax collecting, spreading the light, and the severed thread pact. Now, I'm not sure if this will be once per warband or once per character, because if we can just farm this on every character, then obviously you can speed this up by having multiple characters ready for this event. And the weekly quests, like for example the weekly events here, you have to be level 80 for most of those. Some of them you can be less than level 80 for as well, I do believe. Spreading the light, for example, you can do that one, and I believe even the theatre troupe. And maybe the special assignments, I'm not too sure though, but being level 80 here unlocks more weeklies, I do believe. Either way, completing weekly quests as well in Castle Garn grants 2 each, so weekly quests, that is the weekly, weekly quests you have access to in Castle Gar, such as the archives, the Call of the World Soul, as well as quests from weekly calendar events such as the Call to Delvis. Completing 20th anniversary weekly quests, that's supposed to be quests by the way, grants 3 each. So notice that is a weekly quest as well, includes the returning anniversary weekly quests such as the originals, Soldiers of Time. You also have Chromie's Codex, an original path through time, and Disturbance Detected Blackrock Depths. So a couple of new quests, a couple of old quests making a return, and yeah, a bunch of quests basically that are weeklies. Once again, if these can be done on a per character basis and get 3 each, that will speed it up, but you will still have to grind for this quite a bit to buy multiples. And how to spend them, for example, you can see here. These can be bought, the tier 2s, this is Eternal tier 2, revamped vanilla tier 2 sets. They can be bought from Treya in Tonaris for 60 tokens each. So talking about weeklies and dailies here, you will have to do 20 weeklies or 20 dailies to even get these. Now, with that being said, going back to the original post, we can go down here, so we talked about this now. Go time walking through classic World of Warcraft dungeons. I'm not too sure what they mean by dungeons multiple here, because so far all I've seen is dead mines, but hey, maybe there's more of them, but all I've seen so far is dead mines. Earn a new mount, Blizzard Employee Service Award cosmetics, and more. Celebrate with an expanded event at the Caverns of Time. Join Chromie on a new time-bending adventure with the Codex of Chromie. I have not tested this out and I have no idea what that is. Discover new secrets and solve them with guest relations, which we'll talk more about in just a minute here. That's a separate post by itself. Defeat party-crashing world bosses, including the Shah of Anger and Archivan the Stone Watcher. You can also go back for some PvP revenge during Korak's Revenge in Alterac Valley. I do not miss that whatsoever, so I'm not going to do that unless we get some reward for it. And celebrate 30 years of World of Warcraft, or 30 years of Warcraft, with Warcraft 3 themed back appearances on the trading post. Okay, that is not bad. Accept your invitation. Players level 10 and up will receive the quest Another Timely Invitation, inviting them to the celebration in Tanaris outside Caverns of Time. Now, this is important, so if these quests, like the weeklies and the dailies that gives you the currency, can be done on a per character basis, you only have to be level 10 to start doing most of these activities. So you can make an alt army, just place yourself in Tanaris, and start smashing out these quests every single day on multiple characters, if that's a possibility. You also have the new currency we talked about, going back to the Blackrock depth trade. So at this point we have talked about this entire post. Now there is one more thing, and that is the guest appearances that we had a post about here. Discover new secrets and solve them with guest relations, and we have a separate post about this. What are the guest relations? During the 20th anniversary event, players will be able to interact with visitors to find riddles and clues to uncover a mystery. This is a sequel to the popular Secrets of Azeroth event that happened during Dragonflight, and the rewards for the event are currently unknown. Now, often a thankless job, Guest Relations has a new volunteer, Alex, stepping into the role with the lofty hopes of doing a better job than their predecessors. As visitors pour into the celebration, Alex is under pressure and could use a little help making it in an event to remember. Thankfully, they have found a secret sleuthing Tuskarr family who have become the perfect helpers in getting players up to speed with the tools of the secret trade. Assist Alex each week with resolving new guest mysteries by using your new secret finding skills, and be on the lookout for stolen celebration goods. Follow the rumors and solve the mystery if you can. We are counting on you, secret finders. And here's the thing, players can begin working on the initial secrets beginning on October 28th, with additional secrets opening up on November 4th. So basically, this activity in the event, or in patch 11.0.5, will start happening in week 2. So in week 2 of the patch or the event, you can start doing this, and you will get more secrets every single week, or like in week 3. And probably week 4 as well. So yeah, week 2 this starts, and week 3 this continues. So that is pretty much all of the information that we have so far about the 20th anniversary event, and I would say once again you might want to do the time walking event happening this upcoming week, or this week right here, to start getting some time warp badges, because even though we have the new currency, the bronze celebration tokens in this patch, a lot of items can also be bought with time warp badges that you will need multiple of. If you want to buy all of the items for time warp badges, we're talking about thousands of badges, so you probably want to take advantage of this event while you can, and if you have any alts, you can gear them up at the same time, hitting multiple birds with one stone. Either way, that's basically the video. We have a release date and an end date for the event. We know more about how to get the currency during the event and how much currency things will cost. For example, tier 2 set pieces or tier 2 set costing 60 tokens to buy one of them. Either way, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below and let me know if you're excited for this event in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.